this is going to be my episode 4 review for Moon Knight with spoilers. That is your spoiler warning. Please do not check this out unless you've seen the episode. And this episode, what is going on, man? And we're going to talk about the ending in a minute, but we're going to fly through the episode first. If I'm being honest, like, this was kind of a drop-off for me compared to the other episodes. If I'm being, like, totally transparent, it pretty much is the Layla Knight show. It wasn't anything to do with Moon Knight, Mark, or Steven. It was pretty much, like, all about her for a majority of this, and obviously by the end, I ain't got a clue what's going on. But it starts out, Layla saves Mark, or Steven, whatever, man, when they're fused to one. Let's just call it Oscar Isaac. She saves Oscar Isaac from the Jeep with a bit of firework action, just showing she is fully capable. We then get a lot of character building as we get Layla and Steven heading to this tomb, and there's a lot of dialogue, man, and a lot of, like, mirror scenes where Mark is, like, talking to Steven, and I like seeing that. It's all about the mental health stuff. Obviously, it comes crazy by the end of the episode, but I've enjoyed seeing them chat, like, in the mirrors and stuff throughout this whole season. I think that has been, like, a highlight for me. I really like that. And I like, slowly, Layla's backstory is given to us in tiny little pieces. I do think it was a little bit too much, man. It's like the whole first 3/4 of this episode was all about explaining Layla's story. I get it. They have to explain it. I think they could have done it a little bit better. Maybe sprinkled it over a few more episodes. Maybe they should have, like, done a little bit of this in episode 3. They get to the tomb, they draw a nice little eye, they see some nice blood and gore, and then Gollum shows up, mate. So I don't know what is going on. This episode is crazy, mate. Literally, Egyptian tomb Gollum with some nice gold-like bling on, mate. Hey, I like that. Making the same noises that the clickers, mate. If you've ever played The Last of Us, you know what's going on. If you don't, you won't get it, but the clicking stuff, hey, that brought back some bad memories, mate, of pure fear. I liked all that scene. It was like a nice bit of horror and just reminding ya, this is not for kids, man. I've had a few people reach out, like, can, like, my kids watch a show? No, they cannot watch it. Purely based on this. My Gollum creature friend is cutting people open, picking up little chunks, mate, and chucking them in a jar, because why the hell not? Add it to his collection. Steven and Layla split up, and he's gone for a little bit. Again, it becomes the Layla show. She deals with Gollum. He loses his hand, and he's like that, and he's still trying to, man, that is creepy as hell. I like to see it. This, for me, was like a highlight of the show. I like seeing this, like, horror craziness where you're not 100% sure, like, what is going on, and then Arthur shows up, and this is where it kind of, I don't want to say it goes down, but it goes down. Not because Ethan Hawke's Arthur is on screen, just this whole dialogue with him and Layla, I was like, oh man, just, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. I felt they could have done this in a better way. Maybe, like, they should have done half of this Layla stuff in episode 3, I don't know. I just felt like, if you take that Gollum thing out, I don't know what that thing's called, man. You take that thing out, that whole big chunk, right to the point where basically Steven gets shot. I don't want to say it's dead, but score-wise, we're like a 6 out of 10 for me. Like, it is a humongous drop-off from, like, everything else in this show so far. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Am I tripping? Someone let me know. I'm really enjoying this show, but literally from start to where he gets shot, if you take the Gollum thing out, it was kind of like medium, man. Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe it's just me. And of course, not to, like, breeze over it, Steven finds Alexander the Great's tomb, puts his hand inside, he's got a nice little statue, and then, yeah, Layla's, like, letting loose, man. Like, what happened to my dad? I don't know if this is going to pay off later on, or if it's just literally to explain Layla's and, like, Mark's dynamic, crazy relationship. I hope it pays off more later on. Otherwise, it is purely like some just backstory thing, which is fine, I get it, but at the end of the day, man, I think this could have been sprinkled out a little bit better. And this is like the thing of, it's only 6 episodes, so a lot of things are kind of rushed. A few of the MCU stories had this same thing, or it's not a problem, but it's just, I notice it, I feel it straight away. Instead of, like, spreading out a story evenly between all the characters, it's like kind of laser beam focus in one episode. But it doesn't matter because Steven gets blasted in the chest, mate. By the way, sorry, actually, he's Mark at this point. I'm losing it, man. I'm proper losing it. The names, just, this is crazy. At this point, Mark is in control. By the way, can we just pause it real quick? When he sucker punches himself, I genuinely burst out laughing. I don't know why, I just thought that was really funny. But Mark, like, chefs off 3 guys with AK-47s, and he's just got an axe. My guy is really, really sick. That just shows, like, his combat skills are really high up, and then he gets shot in the chest by the evil man. And then it gets crazy. We see this, like, weird aspect ratio of some old thing. Like, I don't know what is going on. I think, what's it called again? Is it Tomb Raider or Temple Raider or something like that? Someone let me know. We see the VHS later. The guy's name in this show movie thing, his name is Stephen Grant. And at this point, I'm not, like, piecing together what's going on. I am properly confused. and then we wake up in a goddamn mental hospital. Oh my god. This went from like a 6 out of 10 to like a 9 out of 10. I was so confused. It caught me off guard so much. And this is what this show is doing sick. It's catching people off guard. Like, what is going on? From going from a generic TV show backstory episode with nice little bits inside. It definitely wasn't dead. Again, 6 out of 10 for me. To this insane mental asylum thing. We see Layla as well. Totally out of character. We don't actually know. Like, is it Stephen or Mark in the chair? Obviously, later we find out it is Mark. And then he starts seeing all these things, like the Egyptian stuff, the painting of where he gets, like, teleported to in, like, episode 1. We see Arthur, we see the stick, we start seeing all this, and for a few minutes, I was genuinely like, this is either, right, fully in my guy's head, or the villain is playing some mad trickery, and I don't even know which one it is. Genuinely. This ending, and then we see, by the way, some fucking hippo thing. Hippo lady. Because why not? Every show needs it. This episode, like the last 10 minutes, was absolute chaos. Pure 100% confusion.
I ain't got a clue what's going on.
There is only one negative to all this, and it's not going to come now. It will come by the end of the episode. If they explain everything, so like everything is explained, if you re-watch this episode, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, I know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. For now, for me, if I'm being honest, I think overall this episode, if I have to, like, I'm being fair, man, I'm taking into, like, consideration the start and middle. I did think that was a huge drop off, and I said in my episode 3 review, now like the Moon Knight powers are gone, I don't know how that is going to go about the dynamic way. Obviously they filled it in with like Layla's backstory. It wasn't dead, it was like a 6 out of 10 for me, but this ending was fucking crazy, mate. And for an episode review, for me, I think overall, if I'm being 100% fair, I think it's a 7.5 out of 10. For me, overall, I know everyone's going to be crazy on this ending, and it really was crazy. But as a whole episode, if I compare it to the other episodes, I do genuinely think this is probably the weakest one. Everything else to me so far has been a minimum an 8. This is a 7.5 out of 10. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, have you seen it? I hopefully have. I went all through spoilers, yo. Let me know what you think down below. That'd be amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.